Welcome back to the Ayo Who This podcast. This is a big episode for us, okay? So our main channel hit 100 subscribers just a couple, what was it, today?
A couple hours ago. I texted you, I think, like 2 hours ago that it hit 100.
Yeah, it hit 100.
I have a screenshot and everything.
I'm sitting there, I'm cheesing. Podcast channel, it's almost at 100.
82.
Pump it up, shameless plug. But yeah, we hit 100 subscribers. I'm so excited, man. It just feels good. It feels like revitalizing.
Me too, dude. I mean? It was this is a big milestone for us.
And it took less than a year. I'm happy with that.
It did. It took like 6-7 months.
Yeah. Well,
I'm happy with that.
I think, didn't we start the channel? Or I think we started it around like late July, August last year or something
we
like that?
started uploading in November of last year.
Oh, okay.
And we took a couple month break in between that, and we got back on it a couple months ago. And now we're at 100 subscribers, bro. We're basically YouTube famous.
That's so exciting,
But dude, I want to reflect on our time on YouTube. What would you say is your most favorite thing that we've done on the main channel?
The favorite
got
video?
Fishing from a floating mattress. We got street racing with toy cars.
Yeah.
Freaking all this crazy stuff we've been doing.
See, okay,
what do you think is your favorite thing we've done?
That's such a good question, because it's probably like I have like my favorite, and then I have like the one I have most fun doing. You know what I mean?
My favorite and the one I had most fun doing is the same one.
Really?
Yeah. My favorite, like, there's like your favorite, the one the video turned out. You like your favorite video and the favorite one you've had filming.
Okay, bet. So
mine are the same.
Yeah, it probably is the same. So I see what you mean. Mine is two different ones. My favorite, I had the most fun recording street racing with toy cars. Go watch the video. It's amazing. I just want to say, you can tell that we had fun doing it. That was my favorite. Like a close second, maybe those golfing videos.
Okay.
You good? And then the second is, or I guess the favorite, like the video that turned out was probably mastering ballet in a day. I think we just
did. You think that turned out the best?
Honestly, like, in a subjective opinion way, like, yes, maybe. I don't even know.
It's
if
one of our top
would
performers.
agree with me. Yeah, it was, and it's just like we just had a great time doing it.
So mastering ballet, are you done?
Yeah.
Mastering ballet was fun. I think I'd have to say street racing with toy cars for both of them. It's the favorite. Like, it turned out the best in my opinion. It's my favorite video we filmed, and I just had the most fun. Like, racing was so fun.
I think that was my favorite edited video.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
That was the best editing in all of the videos.
When we actually had time to edit our videos, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but bro, you know what I'm really excited for?
Which one?
We've got a video coming up, not this Monday. So today, this video is being uploaded on Thursday, and we're also filming it on the same day it's going to be uploaded. So we kind of scheduling. But bro, we're uploading a music video coming soon. We're gonna make a song. We're gonna make a music video from that song, and then we're gonna film and record and edit behind the scenes of us filming it. So we're gonna upload a behind the scenes of that. At the same time, we're gonna upload the music video. We're gonna have a full music video, full production. For two people with zero budget. It's going to be the best. I already like the way it's turning out so far. We can't do it this Monday, unfortunately. We're going to have another video coming out this Monday because we don't have time. But next Monday is when we're hoping we can get it out.
Yeah, I'm almost okay with giving it more time because it'll end up being like a higher quality.
I'm alright with giving it another week, but I feel like the more we delay it, the more we're just going to be like, I feel like we should just get it out. Like, we can do another one. We can do music video V2, but let's just the first one's gonna, like, if we do more than one, the first one's gonna be the worst, you know what I mean? And so I think we do our best in a week with what we can do, and then if we really think, all right, we can make this better, like significantly better if we have another week, then maybe we can do something like that. You
That's
know what
fair.
I mean?
That's fair. We're not gonna master music in a week.
But I want to get it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, kind of like that Minecraft blindfolded. We've been talking about doing that video.
Yeah.
We've probably mentioned this on the podcast before.
I'm all right with putting that to bed for now. Minecraft blindfolded. I think we can do bigger and better things at the moment.
Bigger and better things, or at least things that are more efficient with the time. I mean, the couple of hours we have recording, we did not get as far as we thought we would.
So what I think we should do for Minecraft blindfolded, and we talked about this in the podcast before, I think we should start over, because we've already started. We should start over, new survival world, and go until we do it. Whether it takes 6 hours, 12 hours.
All in one,
and we upload the entire uncut.
Would that be feasible, like with the camera?
I'd figure it out.
Okay.
I'd put like a fan on the camera, and I'd plug the camera in. I'd figure it out.
Oh, I can see. So those would maybe work for like the indoor where we're staying in the same spot.
Yeah. In a controlled environment where you're blindfolded, I can control the cameras. It's air conditioned. It should be okay. It shouldn't be a problem.
Does that mean that it's a possibility, right? I had this idea a while ago. And I would still, I think it would be really cool if we spent 24 hours in VR Minecraft.
So VR is tough because I can't control the cameras. I can't check to see the cameras are recording and stuff still.
Well, it would be one person in and probably one person out, I'd guess. It'd probably be hard to do it 2 people. Well,
wait, okay. 24 hours in VR Minecraft?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We could do that.
I mean, yeah.
I would rather do...
The cameras would be stationary.
I'd rather do blindfolded first because that's probably going to take less than 24 hours. Like probably. 23 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm down for that. I'm down for that. If you're doing it and I'm making sure the cameras are good and stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
I'd be down.
Awesome. I'm down for that. Yeah. That'd be cool. But, we can talk about that later because, we always talk about video ideas.
Yeah, but speaking about video ideas, we need something for this Monday. What do you think,
Yeah. So there's a lot of ideas here but before I do that, I did want to ask you, because this is kind of along the lines of the reflection.
Okay.
What is your favorite podcast so far?
Favorite podcast?
Yeah, because this is what, episode 27?
Yeah, this is episode 27. Probably our last episode we did, episode 26, Intimacy Test Part 2.
Yeah.
I had the most fun filming it. I really like the podcast where we get deeper. Like, I want to do more where we have, like, predetermined questions that'll go throughout the entire podcast. And I don't know if you noticed. I don't even know if it worked because I didn't check. But the podcast, I put timestamps on it for the first time with the timeline. You know what I'm talking about?
The timestamps on the podcast editing? On the YouTube video itself.
Timeline, so they can skip to each question.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I want to do more structured like that podcasts in the future where we have like super deep questions we can ask each other. More like philosophical, not more like, the
stuff that's going on.
What do you think about the war and that's going on? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I just don't think our opinions are very, very, like, who cares? But more stuff about, like, philosophical, theological worldview, stuff like that. Like, those types of conversations I really like to delve into on the podcast.
Yeah, I wonder if it would be best if we did something like that where instead of having topics that we both have that we try not to share to each other, we'd set and see the questions and decide beforehand. And then do them like in agreement with each other. You know what I mean?
We've been talking.
These are the topics that we're gonna do, and we're okay with that, and we know what's gonna happen next.
We've been talking about a while doing like a religious podcast, like what we think about religion and everything.
Yeah, I think a couple of podcasts ago you were saying. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong. You were just saying kind of like. Yeah. I mean, I think you'd probably say it best.
So what I was thinking, which I told Tim off camera, was I didn't want to do the religious episode because I didn't feel prepared.
Yeah, I think that was off camera.
I told him off camera. Yeah, but
might be.
I think I'm okay with doing it as long as we preface it with this is where I'm at right now. This is where we're at right now. Yeah. And this is our opinion. This is what we think based on what we know, and we don't know too much, right? And so this is where we're at right now. Maybe we can come back in like a year, 2 years, 3 years, and be like, okay, this is where we're at now, and we can kind of compare. We could even do like a video like comparing, you know what I mean? What we thought then versus what we thought now. So I'm okay with doing it. I've spent some time. I'm all right with doing it.
I see.
Like a religious-based or like a theological-based podcast.
Yeah. I guess that'd be cool.
What was your favorite podcast?
I was gonna say either the one we most recently did with the intimacy questions, because I had a great time doing that. I think also they were just good questions in general. Like they really got us to open up.
Better than what we have, bro.
Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah. But a lot of those, to be fair, were also like, it's just repeating stuff that we already knew about each other. You know what I mean? Because we've known each other since 5th grade. I mean, we're 20 years old now.
Yeah.
That was what, when we were 12?
Something
it's been
like that,
8 years, something like that, 7 or 8.
I think we're going on 10 actually.
Yeah, so we knew a lot of those, but I have no but to that.
Yeah.
But it would probably be that one, or it was a podcast. I don't remember the exact location. Where was it? I was sitting in the hammock and you were in a seat. It was one of the indoor podcasts, but I remember us just having this very, very deep conversation, and it was one of those where we went past the hour and I didn't even check.
Yeah.
You know what
I remember that too.
That was a really good one. I'm gonna have to. And then the time we got wedgies, that's a good podcast.
It's our most popular, dude. It's past 300 views.
Yeah, it is. 333 views.
Yeah,
that's insane. That is insane.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like a lot to you guys. It is a lot to us.
Something about that.
Something about wedgies, bro.
Something about wedgies.
I don't
know. We gotta. What's reverse engineer that?
Yeah, we gotta spend some time thinking about that.
That's our niche, is wedgies. time to go full.
Speaking about locations, what I want to do more in like maybe the winter time when it's a little bit cooler, maybe like the fall. Ooh, the fall would be cool. Is I want to go back to the first podcast location we ever did, maybe for like our 50th episode or something. And we're on like 27 right now, so like, you know what I mean? But we go back to the first location we ever did. We bring the table. I feel like that view would just look so good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Push the camera back a little bit, let it see the view. I feel like that'd be really cool.
I think it'd be awesome. And if you guys if you go out back to that video, you'll kind of see it was this grass path, and then there's forest to the left and right, and then I can't remember if it was an angle, but there is a lake like right past it. So it's a little bit behind the camera. If you turn right, there's also like a shaded spot there, and I think that would be also an amazing spot for a podcast.
Maybe we could do both on two different podcasts.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And it's also more, I'm curious, like for the heat, do you think that if it was out of the sun, that would be enough? Or is it just being outside at all? I know it's hot.
We've done 86-degree podcasts. I think in the last episode we did was like 86 degrees.
And it turned off though?
In the shade. It turned off because of the battery, not because of the...
Oh, really?
The battery died.
Okay.
But I'd be fine with doing it. I'm just a little worried about snakes, bro. I'll be honest. Yeah, what happens if we get bit mid-podcast?
I think that would be pretty cool content. And I think that would, I would change the title of it,
We got bit by a snake mid-podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I've been down there a couple of times. I haven't seen any too big snakes. My friend saw one, and chopped it with a machete. Yeah. But it was venomous, like we're supposed to kill it down here. So he had to
down here in Florida.
Yeah, bro. Thank God it's not Florida. The toilet of the sewage system of America. For,
everything just goes down there. Yeah, dude. I will say, Sarasota, Florida is the spot.
Sarasota.
I love Sarasota, Florida.
Where is that? Like, is it like along the coast? Or?
Yeah, it is. It's like 10 minutes from the coast. And so my issue with that is the hurricanes. I wouldn't live there because of the hurricanes, but if there wasn't hurricanes, bro, like I would totally live in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah, so I think if you go like kind of diagonal right, like down right from Florida, you can end up hitting like the U.S. Virgin Islands. I think that'd be a cool place to live because it's still in the U.S. and it's kind of like a halfway point. It's not Florida and it's not the Caribbeans, but it's kind of like a halfway.
I just worry about hurricanes.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't live anywhere with that, like, that house just goes away in, like, 5 years, you know what I mean?
Right, it's not really an investment.
It just goes away, like...
I mean, don't they have insurance for that? I don't know how
They do, but it's not very good. Like, the people who live on the coast just accept the fact that...
Bro, if you're in Florida, you don't have hurricane insurance, you deserve it. You deserve losing your crib if you don't have hurricane insurance. Alligator insurance.
Snake insurance, shark insurance.
Bro, I saw a video, like, just a couple of days ago where somebody... like fishing in Florida, right? Because I go out here, I try to fish all the time, and I catch some small stuff with some medium difficulty. I watched a guy spit in the water and put just a hook in the water. He caught this like 4-pound bass. Florida has it too easy. I don't understand it.
The fish will just come to the bare hook.
Yeah.
It'll be a shiny and it'll just go towards it.
Yeah, it literally ate just the hook. There was no worm, there was no bait on it. It was just the hook, yeah.
They do have it easy because there's so many fish there. Like if you just put your hand in the water, you'll just come up with a fish every time.
That's what I'm saying. I really want to go down to Florida and fish. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Would you? Yeah, I mean, would you do something like that?
I'd do something like that, yeah. I don't know for a video, we'd have to do a twist, but I'd do it like anyways.
Yeah, like no video, like just as a Florida day trip.
Well, day trip.
Day trip?
It's like 10 hours away.
Flight's not too bad. I was looking at...
Oh, yeah.
So I've been... I think I talked about this like 10 podcasts ago. But Google Flights, if you check, if you're not too specific on the dates that you can go, you can find some pretty cheap flights. I mean, I found like $20, $30, $40 tickets to Florida.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's cheaper than the bait.
We were we were thinking about doing a... So I had this idea. I thought it would be really cool if I knew someone who lived in Florida at the time, but they're not living there anymore. And so what we could have done is we could have taken that $20 flight down to Florida, and they were like 4 hours away from the airport, and we can't rent cars, we're too young, but we could rent mopeds. And so we take the mopeds across the state of Florida, and I just feel like that would be content galore. Like we just see some crazy things, you know what I mean?
I think the mopeds would be better than my idea, but I have a friend who owns a shop that like rents out U-Hauls, and you only have to be 18 to get a U-Haul truck, which is like a total workaround to me, in my opinion.
We could put a pool.
You can't rent a car, but you can rent a U-Haul truck.
It's the dumbest
like
thing.
just a normal pickup truck, you know? Like
Yeah,
just
that's crazy.
with a thing in the back.
We could put like a
cool.
kid pool in the back of the U-Haul. We hire a driver, and you and me just chill in the cops will never know, bro.
It's Florida.
Like they do that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what do you think?
I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I saw like you're saying one of those trucks that like closes down, or
Yeah,
is just a normal truck.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about just like a normal truck, like with like a truck bed in the back. You know what I'm talking about? I think you can also get those vans too, though. That'd be cool.
If we got a van, a U-Haul van, and we put a kid pool in the back, like a kiddie pool. I don't know how we title it quite yet, but we can do us in the back, 24 hours in a U-Haul kiddie pool going across the state of Florida or
24 hours.
And then we just, well, I mean, depends how long the drive is. If it's like a 10-hour drive, but then we just do it, and we hire a driver for money.
Cool. That'd be cool. I could see that.
And we could put GoPros in like the corner. It'd be so easy to film.
So is there like a window, or not a window, but like, can you go to the seat if you're in the back of the van? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know you're
so it's closed off.
I've driven a U-Haul across the state of the United States.
A lot of states, yeah.
I've crossed a lot of states, and you can't.
Really?
I've driven that type of U-Haul across.
I got you. I was going to say maybe one of us could drive and one of us in the back or something, we switch off, but...
Yeah, you can't. You have to go outside of the car into the thing. Yeah.
That's messed up.
So we need a driver.
That'd be cool, though, man. I think about that all the time.
Ooh, I got another cool idea. So I was talking to somebody today who really wants to get a beater car.
Yeah?
And he was like, dude, I'd go half-seas with you in a beater car. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And so but we were also talking about the YouTube channel we were doing, me and you.
Yeah.
So this isn't you,
Our
this
channel.
is somebody else.
Yeah.
You and me doing the YouTube channel, somebody else. And so he was like, I was like, dude, if you pay for a third, we'll pay for the other 2/3 of the beater car, and then we could like use the beater car for YouTube videos, like drive it off a cliff or something. You know what I mean?
Man, I'd rather half own it at that point than own 2/3 of it. You know what I mean? Like, let's own it 50-50. Who needs this guy? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, sure.
Actually, it would probably be. I mean, if he's the guy that I'm thinking about, he's amazing with cars. So he's somebody that like you'd want to have.
He's really good. He just wants to fix it up. You know what I mean? And so if we could go 50-50 with him, and then he just has it, and then we can just use it whenever we want. That'd be something. Like if you and me, 2 people go 50, and he goes 50, he can keep it, but we just get it whenever we want. And then he basically like, if you're watching this, sorry, but free maintenance for us, because he's gonna fix it up, and then he can use it whenever he wants, as long as he doesn't break it. We'll have a contract, and then we can just use it for YouTube videos, bro.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be cool. It's like you can get like them for like $500.
500, yeah.
Yeah, $250 from us, $250 from him.
Working?
What's up?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of that. Working.
Exactly. He'd fix it up.
Yeah. I believe him. I believe him.
I know the basics. That's about it. I can change the oil. I
know nothing.
I can look it up on YouTube. I know like enough to know what to look up on Google to find the answer. You know what I mean? And that's enough for me. As long as I have service, I should be good.
But yeah, I wrote that down. I think that'd be really good. I'm gonna press him. I'm gonna follow up with him on that. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool to like just get a beater and then just have a video like repainting it and adding all this cool stuff to it.
Yeah, refurb.
Like a toy car, but
bro, we could brand the beater car.
That's what I'm saying.
We could put Air Who Dis, sub to Air Who Dis.
Yeah.
I would totally do that. And then he drives it around town.
Yeah, he drives it. Yeah.
With our thing on it.
My dad would want to do that if he paid for a third of it.
I could convince him.
You think so?
I could convince him, yeah. No, I don't know. We'll see.
Would he keep it? Because that's the hardest part. I mean, where would we store it? No way my parents would let me.
There's got to be a parking lot somewhere we can just throw it in. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be that hard. Like, just put it in
the one thing I learned from college is that parking is impossible to find if you don't have a house.
Just put it in like a higher place parking lot and we'll be good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It would cost us more to get it towed back to the house than it would be to just buy a new car. We just park it somewhere. If it gets taken, just buy a new car. It's not that bad.
Yeah. But we should talk about the video ideas for this Monday.
I'm down, yeah.
What you got?
So a lot of these, I think a lot of these are videos that we've talked about before, but I want to do like a rehash, and if you don't like them, then we'll discard them. But I don't want to have like a big list of things that like we're never going to do, you know what I mean? So I want to go through them. I do have a couple on my phone, which is, it is what it is. But
it's recording right now, yeah.
Yeah. we gave each other haircuts. We almost did this video. We were very close.
We were about to, and then we were like,
We were gonna do it for a segment of a video. It was the Walmart. It was the
I just don't
frozen
think
pizza at Walmart.
it'd be big enough video.
Okay, let's get out of
But
here.
no, keep it. I'm saying for a whole video.
Oh,
it could be a segment.
But it'd be okay to do.
I
for
like
a segment.
it though.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna write that down now. Keep. Trying Yelp's worst rated golf courses. We could do that for like one of the monthlies.
Okay, with the key. Okay.
I mean, because we're going to be looking for like how we're going to title and thumbnail this video, and it's enough.
Yep.
It's
Good
enough.
call.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we do monthly golf videos starting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plug
we
that.
We
real
gotta
quick.
put that, bro. We do monthly golf videos starting yesterday. We've only done one. Well, technically we've done two golf videos, but one. Now we're starting the monthly, so once every month we upload a golf video.
Yep. This one is fishing until we enjoy Taylor Swift. You said this one was DMCA or
yeah,
whatever
let's
it's
not
called.
do that.
But maybe I don't know. It wouldn't be Taylor Swift, but like doing something and
Yeah.
Just the idea. Accepting every DoorDash order for 12 hours straight. You remember when we talked about this one? So we talked about this, and we also kind of talked about like combining that with the not combining it, but using the money we make from that to fund the Florida trip. You remember that? What do you think about something like that?
I like how it connects to other videos. I think we should keep it.
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah, we can keep it.
Okay, I'll keep it.
We'd have to figure out how we'd record that.
Yeah, we booked the sketchiest beach house.
Keep it. Yeah, I
Okay,
like that.
Oh,
if we go to the beach or we go on a trip, I would like to do. Yeah, keep it.
Okay, bet. I didn't actually write this one down, so I don't have a title for it, but I just thought about this. We've thought about this idea before. We've talked about it. But it's like, I don't remember what we were going to title it, but it was a deflating like kayak, or it was a deflating canoe, and it was either I had to catch a fish before the canoe deflated. I did test it. It does deflate slow enough that we could do the video. But I'm curious what you think of the idea.
I actually really like that idea.
I like the idea. It gives like a challenge, and you can see it slowly deflating, and if I fail, I fail, but...
Yeah, like if we sink, we sink kind of thing.
Yeah, awesome. So I'll write that down. How do you want to title that? We don't have to think about titles exactly right now, but catching a fish before the mattress
canoe deflates.
Deflates.
I like how the hook would be on that one. Like we'd start the video with, I am currently on a deflating mattress in the middle of a river. If I don't catch a fish, I'm gonna have to let myself sink.
Right. But would it be both of us on it? You think, or maybe it could be like
we'll do one at a time, so the other person can be on shore recording.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know how
nice
we record
it
otherwise.
Yeah, I mean maybe one of us on like a kayak or something recording.
Oh yeah, I mean we could do that. I guess.
Or like one of us on a separate kayak and one of us on the.
Yeah, I mean it depends how
stable the kayak
how out
is.
the water goes.
Oh yeah, that too. Hiking, but every mile we add 10 pounds.
We should wear suits while we do it too. You know what I mean?
Wear suits.
Like wear just trashy suits.
Like actual like tuxedos, you're saying?
Yeah, like trashy ones. You know what I mean? Or like really nice
like
clothes that we can afford to get like ruined.
Goodwill suits.
Goodwill suits, yeah, something like that.
I see what you mean.
What's the other idea?
Hiking, but every mile we add 10 pounds.
Sure. If we did it in a loop, I'd be fine with that.
How big of a loop? Like, are you talking about the size of a parking lot, or like a 1 mile loop?
Not a 1 mile loop.
Or like half mile. Like if we go on like a park and there's trails and stuff. If it's like a half mile loop.
I don't like videos like that because then it's just us like recording each other. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather have like a relatively small loop that we can set up tripods on. Like the size of a loop that we did street racing with toy cars, and we just go around and 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 around. Like every 10, 20 laps or whatever, we add a pound.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that, but it's enough to keep the idea? Okay. I also had this one, we went hiking with flippers. Like, you remember when we were going to go, I'm talking about ocean flippers, swimming flippers. We were talking about doing a video back when we were at your college where we were going to go downtown and do that. But instead of that, we could do like hiking or something.
I like walking a mile in flippers. You know what I mean?
Walking a mile in flippers instead of we went hiking with flippers?
Maybe we went hiking with flippers.
But the idea of it,
yeah.
keep, okay. We tried sketchy gas station pills, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
I don't really want to do that.
Honestly, when it got time to finally like do it, I got scared. So
yeah,
I wouldn't want to.
It's a funny
I'd do
video.
it for science. I'd do it if I knew
we'd be all right.
it was worth it. You know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to delete it, but I'll delete it. We tried every frozen Walmart pizza. We did that. We bought each other outfits at the thrift store. We couldn't get that one to work, if I remember. So I'm gonna get rid of that idea. Playing every childhood board game in one sitting. I think this is when I was also starting to think of like stuff we could do in the rain. We spent 3 hours on the TikTok shop, and this is what we found. /bot/got. You know, one of those three. I think that would be cool. Temu fishing challenge we've been talking about doing for months, bro. I'd still love to do that, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's do either or, not both. Temu fishing or TikTok shop.
I'd rather do Temu fishing.
How is that different from the Walmart fishing one we did?
I'd rather do TikTok shop.
TikTok shop it is. TikTok shop it is.
I'll say or. One or the other.
Okay.
Airsoft accuracy, loser gets shot in the back. But that's a segment at best. Keep her known.
Okay, so you know what we could do?
Not archery.
We could do...
That's what you said last time on the podcast.
That's not what I was going to say. What we could do is to make it a whole video, we do a bunch of different things.
Different challenges?
So we do a bow and arrow, we do airsoft, and then the loser gets shot in the back with like whatever.
But like different things for accuracy.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, Nerf, airsoft.
Different.
Throwing something. I don't know what we'd title it.
Multiple different challenges.
You could even do that for this video for the upcoming Monday.
Okay, awesome. Sink or catch a fish. That's what the mattress one was.
I like that title.
Yeah. Catching a fish before the canoe. Sink or catch a fish. I like that one. That's kind of catchy. Let's see, I've got more.
I have some we can go through as well.
Awesome. I'll run through these last couple real quick. I've actually got 10 more. How many do you have?
Got it. I got.
All right, you ready?
It says.
Wii boxing, but we're blindfolded. I think this would be a cool one. We'd have to do more setup for sure to get this one to work.
I'm not a huge fan of that one. I'm not a huge fan of Wii boxing blindfold. Wait, Wii boxing
Yeah. We're both blindfolded and we have the
like
things.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would be a whole video, but maybe it could be a segment.
Maybe. Reading hate comments while holding the plank. This could be a segment probably.
I like reading hate comments while doing something, but holding a plank seems a little low stakes.
Low stakes.
Like we can just hold the plank.
We also just don't, how many comments do we have?
True. We don't have too many hate comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm
comments
saying.
in general.
Everybody loves us, you know, so no hate comments.
We get like 50% hate comments.
Like reading some of those funny funny comments, it'll only probably be a couple of minutes of kind of, so I was thinking something like that. Just so we're like, sitting there stressed. It'd probably be a better short than it would be a segment. Yeah. But we might be able to change it to be a segment, you know. Uno or any board game while holding the plank, I guess, you know, that's VR, but it's two people, one headset. So one of us would have the headset on, the other person would have the controls.
I like it.
You know what I mean? I think that one would be cool. I'm telling you, like left, like, you know, hit him.
Yeah. I like it. I can't see the screen as well.
Yeah. Or one of us would see you can't see the computer screen.
I like that one a lot. I like that one
awesome. So there's this game on VR, it's like this bar fight simulator. It's literally like you walk into a bar, like you have a drink or two, and then like you just throw a punch at somebody, and then or people will just start fighting.
Yeah,
bet. VR bar fights, but somebody hits me in real life.
That'd be easier than Minecraft blindfolded, because it's not, you're not command. Yeah, I like it.
And then I'm in there trying to bar fight, and you're watching on the screen. Whenever somebody hits me, you smack me with a pillar or something. You know.
Bet. That one's a good one.
So that's one is any board or video game, but we add a rule every turn. So that could be it could either be like boxing or like chess, or even I've got some cool video games like teamwork video games that would be. But cool
we add a rule every time.
Yeah, I've got like round based games. You know what I mean? And each round lasts I don't know how long.
I'm not a huge fan of the add a rule every time to the ones. Yeah.
Okay. I will cross that one out.
Bet.
Bro,
I have a couple of really fun ones, but the problem is that they just take more than a week.
More than a week?
It depends. I got you.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we tried One Punch Man's daily workout. This one's like, have you ever seen his daily workout
I know
before?
what you're talking about. I like it. I like it.
But there was also, we could adapt it, because I've seen videos similar to that before, but I don't know if you've ever seen Solo Leveling, but it's very hyped up right now.
Mm-hmm.
He has something similar where he has to do like something daily, and so that might be more of like hopping on the hype. Because One Punch Man's a little bit old. Maybe we could wait till season 3 comes out, and then we could post up.
Depends how good season 3 is.
It's gonna be great.
What do you think?
That's a whole tangent, but from what I've seen in the manga, the art's freaking amazing, and they're taking the time to do it, so I think it'll be cool. Chess, but we switch sides at random. I think this would be funny. Probably a segment idea.
It's a fun segment.
Yeah, I think that'd be funny. We'll have like a randomizer.
It's the only way I can win.
Exactly. Like any game, but every time we die, we lose a button. So we lose. It gets harder and harder every time we do it.
I'm not a huge fan of that one.
Okay.
The only problem with giving out all of our video ideas on the podcast is that like we're not gonna get to all of them in time. People, please don't steal. They're not that great.
Facts.
But please don't steal.
Facts.
Whatever. They're not that. They're not good.
Nobody's gonna steal Monopoly except we race to get bankrupt. And nobody's doing that.
Is that your next one?
Yeah. I crapped on it by laughing at it.
It's a segment.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, sounds good. That's about all the ones I have on my computer.
Do you want me to tell you mine?
Getting a bunch of small children and teaching them stuff.
No. I have ideas that I really want to do, but they take more than a week. And so they'd be things we do in like the background, you know what I mean? Leading up to it. Like maybe we do like, if we know we have a week for like a golf video, we'd spend 2 weeks doing them for the next week. Because the golf takes no time at all. It takes like a couple hours.
I just want to say that might have been out of context, the children joke. That's a reference to something.
It's a callback to our earlier episode
No, where I said about that.
It's really funny.
I don't want to teach children any bad stuff.
You should go watch it.
Just as a disclaimer. But keep going. I apologize.
Good call. So a couple of my ideas are becoming bilingual to prove it's not that hard. Like we learn another language, and so that would take a while.
Yeah.
But I want to learn Spanish. Learning how to backflip. Like going through, like if we can find someone who can know how to backflip, I don't think we'd have to pay them. They could just do it for fun, and maybe I feel like we could learn it in a week.
Yeah.
Learning how to backflip like on ground in a week. You know what I mean?
Would that be like a whole video?
Yeah. Like we do 0.5s to like explain our journey and stuff. It'd be like a story that we're telling. I like that one a lot. Pushing 5 toy cars off a ramp to see which one survives. So that could be, you know what I mean? We get like our 2 toy cars and then maybe 3 more. We, do levels of high places and to see which one survives.
Interesting, yeah.
And then maybe we could do 0.5s to make them seem longer, like our predictions kind of thing. Painting a portrait of each other in front of each other without seeing each other's painting until the end, obviously. I'd put a canvas here, you do a canvas here, and we paint each other.
I like that one.
I feel like that'd be a good video. I feel we'd just be jokes for the whole time.
I really like that one, yeah.
Selling ice cream on the beach. So the thesis of that video could be like, we do some sort of story element in 0.5s to be like, okay, where's the best place to sell a hot dog stand? Like, I don't know how the analogy goes, but like after like a baseball game when everybody's leaving or whatever, like however the analogy goes, we on a super hot day, we go to a beach, we set up an ice cream stand, and we do like, hey, you can get this ice cream for free, you just have to subscribe to our channel.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I feel like it'd kill. I feel like it'd murder. Like a hot Virginia beach or something day, and we just like, hey, sub for ice cream or something, we do a sign like that. Hey, and our channel looks relatively legit at this point. Like we're not making we have stuff on it now. We just like, hey, subscribe to this, free ice cream cone, whatever you want. We do like flavors and stuff. It'd be a little bit out of pocket, but really not that much at the end of the day. And if we're gonna go to the beach anyways for another video, maybe we could do that as well.
It'd definitely get us a good amount of subs. I wonder how many of those people would actually stay and like continue to watch. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure. We'd have to tell them to turn post notifications on. What I do have to check to see if that's against YouTube's terms of service, because it might be bribing people to subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to say one thing about that. The alert things, like people get notifications from our channel. I will say sometimes, like on the shorts when we name it like the full video, we do the thing. I do notice sometimes that like, I guess I'm scared that it might like bug people if they're getting the alert for the same title like over and over again. You know what I mean? Like if
they don't get alerts for shorts, do they?
I get alerts for shorts, yeah. Like I get like recommended.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that
like,
too.
Every once in a while, I look at it, I'm just like, bro, I've seen this already like 4 times. Like, it's not that I've like sometimes I get that.
I was gonna talk to you about that as well. I was thinking when I give you the shorts to check, maybe you come back. You know how you come back to me with the corrections?
Yeah.
Maybe you also come back to me for titles.
I could do that.
So you go. Okay, like I title it a file name, and you say for this file name do this title.
Yeah.
For this file name do this title, so on and so forth. I think on TikTok and Instagram, I'm still gonna say check it out on YouTube. Check out the full video on YouTube. Yeah. But for YouTube, I'll change the titles.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
So if that's something, it shouldn't take too much time on your end, correct?
No, that should be fine.
So if that's something you can do extra, then that'd be perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
For a minute, I thought that it was like YouTube giving me like the notification, the same thing multiple times. But
Thanks
then I
for letting me
realized
know.
I was just like,
we'll switch that. We'll change it up.
Yeah.
And then also on YouTube, you can click the thing to go straight to the video, which is so big.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah,
nice.
So moving on. Morning routine, but make it sarcastic and funny. I don't really like that. Just like, the Ashton Hall morning routines. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk to you about something.
Be like a TikTok or something.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I think that this could literally be a game changer for us.
What's up?
Hear me out. And I know you're not going to like it.
No.
But I think we should do it. I think we should start doing TikTok trends.
Oh, yeah.
What I mean by that is like...
No dancing.
You know how we don't really do TikToks? We upload videos and then outtakes and highlights or TikToks.
Yeah.
We do. So we have our like 7 shorts, and we could do like an 8th short whenever there's a really big TikTok trend of like us doing the TikTok trend. Hopefully it goes viral, and then hopefully people will be like, oh, these guys, let me swipe, and then they see our stuff and they're like, wow, our stuff, they have cool stuff, and then we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'd be down to do that in general, like just hopping on TikTok and doing stuff like that more. I think we should be careful about like doing trends just for the sake of popularity, like.
Yeah.
But I think that we'll be
like
looking towards
there was
that
one. Do you remember that one TikTok trend where it's like, I don't know. I can't explain this very well.
Yeah, as long as sorry, go ahead.
I'm not gonna explain this very well, but basically it's like, told them I was X, like told them I was, I don't know, a basketball player. And they were like, "Oh, you play basketball?" ? And they're like, and then it's like a picture of LeBron, and it's like, "Holy freaking airball!" You know?
I've seen the LeBron memes. Yeah.
Oh no! Well, that was one of them. So I was thinking we could do. Told them we were YouTubers, and they're like, "Oh, so you have a couple thousand subscribers?" ? And we'd put our channel to like 74 subs. Holy freaking airball!
Yeah.
I feel like.
I know what you're talking about. The holy freaking airball.
Yeah. It's the other word. Yeah. So I think we should hop on TikTok trends.
Yeah.
I think if we see a TikTok trend, just heart it and be like text it to me like, yo, we should do this next time we meet up, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. As long as
like an extra short.
As long as it doesn't give off the vibe of like, sometimes you'll see like celebrities that you can tell they're only posting just because like their social media managers kind of like told them to. As long as it doesn't give off that vibe, bro, I'd love to.
We can add like a twist to it, Mm-hmm.
Make our own.
66. Okay, so picking up trash on the highway and making a story about the environment. So I just thought this one would be nice if like we do like a whole video about like, the environment and stuff, and we can do like recording us picking up trash on the highway and stuff like that. Probably not.
I'd rather us just do it, no recording.
True.
I don't really see the reason to.
Well, for the video.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to only go out and pick up trash just because I'm going for popularity.
Yeah, fair,
you know what I mean?
Fair.
I'll go out and I'll do it, but I don't really want to record that. I don't think people are gonna love, unless we do it like Mr. Beast and Team Trees kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And then another idea that I had just for a segment would be large dominoes that spell out sub to Ea Hudis.
That'd be cool.
And then,
yeah, we could get like cinder blocks or something. And
then I think something simple would be like cooking something complicated. Mm-hmm. Like we just get like the most complicated recipe ever and we just cook it. I feel like that'd be a video.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that'd be really, we'd have to figure out a way to title it. But
you can't eat fish, can you?
I can't.
Bro.
I don't have to eat it.
Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. Can you cook it?
Maybe, I don't know.
I was going to say, because it would be kind of hard to do it at our houses here, just because we need the full kitchen, but maybe, because I've got the apartment, we could, like, go up, do something, maybe.
We should do that, man.
I was going to say, like, we go catch the fish, because I live a little bit off the coast, so we could go, like, catch a fish and then drive back, cook it or something.
Man, you just want to fish, bro.
Yeah, you got me, bro. You got me. You're so true.
Another idea would be going to a college we both don't know and trying to make friends.
Trying to make friends.
So what I mean, but so we could do like we could title it like I think I've said this before, but like if you have social anxiety, watch this.
Oh, yeah.
And we could do like 0.5s of like what we did, why it worked, why it didn't work, and we could just record us going up to a bunch of different people and be like, hey, and just like trying to have a conversation with them. But we couldn't say, hey, I'm recording this thing. You know what I mean? We'd be like, hey, how are you, blah, blah, blah. And we try to have like an actual conversation with a human. Like, hey, I like your shirt, where'd you get it kind of thing. Like we couldn't say, hey, I'm doing this video, so can you just, like, we can't do that. And then after we'd say, this is for a video, do you mind being in it? And then if not, we'll just delete it.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
I'd be down.
Bet. It would be a college we both don't know, though, for the reasons we
Yeah, it'd have
talked
to
about before. We get people to teach us random things and react to our stupidity in 0.5. Wait, we get people that, I don't like that.
That just sounds like what we did with ballet.
Talking to a random stranger to show yourself the hard, same idea.
Yeah.
Document journey of doing okay, so I think we could do a pod for this channel, a podcast on a lake. And then for the Ayahudis main channel,
What
we
do you
could
mean on the lake?
like on the lake.
Oh, like on the shore next to the lake?
No, like on the lake.
Like on a canoe?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
And then we could like document, since it'd be kind of hard to do, on the Ayahudis main channel, we could document the journey of us doing that. You know what I mean? Like we do like behind the scenes. Like it could be like we filmed a podcast on a lake and we like could direct them to this podcast, but also be like, here's the behind the scenes of that.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
And then we could do like 0.5s there too. Okay, so this one's kind of funny. In-person sales that people do on the bridge, but sell something stupid. So we could do, I think I've talked about this before, but
acting as ambassadors for ridiculous items?
Yeah. We basically like have like a clipboard and we wear like super fancy stuff and be like, hey, we're trying to promote like, I don't know, like more use of nuclear warheads, or I don't know, maybe that for the time that's not very I don't know, like something stupid, you know, like something obviously stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if you could sign this petition. We try to like sell them on it, you know what I mean? Or we have like an actual product.
Yeah.
And we try to sell them. I feel like that'd be really funny. But like make it, yeah. I feel like that'd be really funny.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And just seeing people's reactions.
Yeah,
to, like,
exactly,
the crazy
exactly.
thing.
And then we'd have the camera not hidden. So for that one, we need a cameraman, and we need a camera not hidden as well, so people know they're on film.
People know it's being recorded. Yeah.
And then people always say, okay, this is probably a joke, let me play in a little bit. I feel like that'd be funny.
Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. I saw this. This isn't an idea that's original, by the way. I'm not actually sure who exactly did it, but I saw this video and I think it was actually hilarious. He goes in and he bails random people out of jail. Like somebody who's known to have.
Yeah, you've said this on like 3 different podcasts, bro.
Bro, it's so funny to me every time I read.
I see that too.
Let me delete it before I say it on the next podcast.
I see it too, bro. That's so funny.
Bro,
this guy murdered 3 children. I'd like to bail him out of jail. Oh, so this one's funny. The earth is flat, here's why. Like we make just like an obviously joke documentary video of just like explaining why the earth is flat. And we do like the dumbest reasons in the entire world. And it's like obviously like it's like a whole skit, you know what I mean? For like a whole video. I feel like that one would be really funny too.
I think it'd be cool doing an idea that's just like, it's definitely not real, you know.
Yeah, like
Maybe
obviously they
flat,
know we're kidding.
Yeah.
But like we act super serious about it.
Here's
you know what
why.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like
really
we do
funny.
like in funny tones and stuff, with jokes. Trying to make a whole story about a fist bump. So like basically we do something really mundane and we try to make it seem like super, like why this means something, you know, like this fist bump, it's the first fist bump I ever had in my family because I was petrified to touch people because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that might end up turning up like the Nerf one where it's just like, all right, we've got the idea now. We actually like got to the day and we're just like, all right, what the heck are we gonna do with this thing? Yeah, we didn't end up posting the video, but we ended up having walking talkies and we had this kind of thing. Did we? It was on the segment of.
It was a segment for a video, but
That's
retention
right.
actually spiked when that segment came.
Yeah, the segment was good.
I think it was actually a good thing.
Yeah, I like it. I like how it turned out. I think we were really funny, but it was kind of just like we just didn't have like a plan for it. But, you know,
I think it went well. I have no problem with that Nerf thing.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I'd be down to talk about that one more.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I don't want to say no, but I'd be down to talk about it more.
I think like pure skit videos are fine. I don't have a problem with them personally. All right, trying to make a whole story about fist bump. Do what we did for Starbucks, but for multiple different places to make it. I don't like that. Start singing happy birthday in a restaurant and hope everyone joins in. That'd be funny. Like, so this is like a micro of like a more macro video where it could be like, if you do something, other people will probably start to join in too.
Yeah.
And so we do it for like a bunch of different places, like in a quiet place, like get up and start clapping, and then you on the other side of the room, you get up and start clapping, and then hope everybody else joins in, you know what I mean?
I'd be down for some group psychology.
Yeah, exactly. And we could make like a whole
strangers.
video on like how group psychology works and like the people, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One person presents with a PowerPoint and the other lists. Oh yeah, no.
Making each other out of Legos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this was also a lot of these other videos I had were like when it was raining, so we had to do that. But I like that idea. I think it'd be cool. Like just here up, we hit the Lego store and we buy all the materials that we need, and then we build each other. I like it. I always try to think of ideas that like it gives us something to do for the whole time, but it lets us kind of come back and just make content.
Yeah, the painting one is like that too.
Yeah. I like the ones where we already have the activity this is the activity that we're going to do for the whole time, and we get to just be ourselves while we're doing it.
Yeah, like
you know
golfing, building with no furniture, or building with no instructions.
The ones that we don't have like a plan beforehand, we got to be a lot more careful of. Like that's kind of what I meant by my hesitation with the fist bump one, is 'cause it's just like it's not like an activity that's going to like be taking up our time. We just got to plan it out more. I'm okay with that.
It'd be planning out more. Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah. Like we do.
More careful with them.
Yeah, we'd plan it out more. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like making a song from scratch. Well, I guess that one's different because that is an activity to do the whole time.
Do a podcast of us analyzing. Yeah.
Yep.
So, what do we think we should do for this Monday?
Damn, there's a lot of options here.
We went through every single one of our video ideas ever.
Bro. I've actually got more.
Yeah, I have one or two more.
But we'll see if any of my other ones are good.
I liked that one you did. I forget what it was called, but it was something we could do quick. Oh, like the switching things, accuracy.
The switching. Which ones?
We switch items for accuracy.
Oh, the airsoft one.
Yeah, but like we switch a bunch of items.
I'd be okay with honestly the catch a fish or sink tomorrow. It's gonna be great weather.
We gotta let's
plan it out more.
Lay off on the fishing videos for a couple episodes. We just posted a fishing video. You just want to. I know you just want to fish. I know you just want to fish. Well, let's go fishing. We can go fishing, just you and me. But I think we just uploaded a fishing video.
Yeah, that's fair.
We can do another one in a couple of videos.
All right, fine.
But you and me can go fishing.
Start the timer, guys. Start the timer. Bet that.
Yeah.
I got you. Never mind then. I'd be okay with the airsoft one if you wanna.
Yeah. What would the items be?
Yeah, that's.
So we got Do you have airsoft?
I have an airsoft gun. Yeah.
We could do airsoft. We could do Nerf.
Got a rifle. I've got a pistol.
Okay, we could do it. Well, yeah, we'll do the same one for both. We could do airsoft. We could do Nerf. We could do a tennis racket and ball. To a target.
Fishing rod. No, I'm sorry.
We could do a fishing rod if you want.
Yeah, it's fine.
A tennis racket and ball. A golf club and ball.
Is it? Yeah, I like the ones that like are the easiest to see on the target. So probably.
Well, I can. Don't worry about that. I can just put a little marker on the target. That's not really a problem. I think. I don't know. I've never done it before. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. So we can do tennis, golf, archery, airsoft, Nerf.
Airsoft, Nerf, tennis,
golf.
Golf? I'd be okay with golf.
Archery.
And then, I thought I said that. Airsoft, archery. Let me write this down.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think we do like a ton. Because these won't take very long, so I think we should do like 10 plus. For a whole video.
I mean, how long didn't the tennis one end up being pretty long?
Switching... that's
different.
Every point we switch sports is different because it was like we did a whole point. This is just kind of a single shot. Just a single shot.
You want to do like best of 3 for each or best of 3?
Well, I was thinking we do
how would
we decide however many we do, and then whatever the math is on that for best of however many.
Airsoft, archery,
golf, tennis. Tennis with tennis ball, and the last one, Nerf.
Oh yeah, Nerf. I like Nerf.
And then what else is there?
Let's do order. I want to start with.
We'll worry about the order after we have them all laid out, I think. What else are we thinking?
10? You really think 10 is... That sounds like a lot. I mean, am I wrong? If we're doing like... Let's just say like best of 3 for each one, right?
No, I'm thinking we do one single shot and then best of however many for the whole thing. Best of 3 for each one will take too long.
Well, depending on how many items you have. I mean, I think like best of 10... Or like if you have 10 items and you're doing one shot, it's going to take the same amount of time as 5 items and best of 3.
So I think we should do 10 for one, because
I would think 5.
That's
best
more.
Of 3.
I like 10 for one because that's more items. It's cooler for the video. Switches it up more, my opinion.
Why would switching it up make it cooler more? Well, I mean, why would more switch ups be better? You know what I mean?
Why would it be worse? I feel like more switch ups is like doing more things would definitely be better than less.
Well, I mean,
things.
first off, it gives us a chance to like actually hit the target if you miss the first one. Like if you whiff the first one, you can actually hit the target. It gives you a chance to like it's more competition. You know, I think like we have like fast editing. We switch up a lot. And I don't want to. It wouldn't be confusing people, but like it would be like they're almost like not along for the ride anymore. It's like they're kind of just. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's a feeling. Maybe you can explain how you're feeling better, but I don't see why it would be better. You know.
I think that if we have,
I don't think why would it be worse is any better. Is a good explanation of that. You know.
I think that having more items would reinforce viewership a lot more than having best 2 out of 3 5 times. To me, is more boring than 1 10 times. Like, keep switching it up every single time, in my opinion, would reinforce viewership a lot more than, like, all right, we're doing best out of 3, best 2 out of 3, again, best 2 out of 3, again, best 2 out of 3. You know what I mean? Like, if we keep switching it up every single time, I think that would be better. And I think it definitely reinforces viewership to, like, keep switching it up again and again and again.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but I'm down to keep thinking of different items. So we have airsoft, archery, golf, tennis, Nerf. I'm adding fishing rod.
Sure. What else?
That's what I'm saying.
Could do a basketball.
Is this just accuracy? Like, what are you saying? Just shooting in the hoop?
Yeah, maybe shooting in the hoop or shooting at an object.
We've done accurate. I mean, yeah. Like we've done shooting basketball.
Let's get creative.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Because we've done every point we switched sports, and so we can't just keep doing sports.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it has to be something more creative. And what else are you gonna shoot at a
throw?
You know. A slingshot? Do you have one?
No. Frisbee?
A frisbee? It's just, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a sport, but...
I mean, what's accuracy that isn't a sport? Isn't that, like...
I mean, I guess archery and airsoft are technically sports, so, I mean, I see what you mean, but... Yeah, I guess frisbee.
I don't know, why you're against more than 5? Why you're against more than 5? Why?
I don't know. I'm down to just keep listing. I mean, well, that's what. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7. But I don't know.
You don't know about what?
I'm just trying to think of more items here.
Oh, okay. I mean, we could think of 10 items. We could ask ChatGPT and stuff. But for the... We should decide whether we're going to do 10 or 5.
I don't know, man. I don't have anything to disagree with you, so I suppose let's do 10.
Okay.
To be honest, I like having more time to think about these, though, but...
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, it's hard to make these hard decisions on podcasts. Like, we should have time to think about these kind of things.
Okay, I mean, we could take longer time to think about it. We have until tomorrow.
Yeah,
we can record tomorrow.
Like, you know me, I'm the type of guy to sit there quietly and think. Yeah, and I don't think that's good for podcasts. You know what I mean? So these hard questions are hard to answer.
Yeah, I think we could go either way. We could do 5 if you want. I don't know. We could go either way.
But, yeah, I mean, I'd be worried about doing too many things that are sports because we've done a video similar to that.
Sure. So are we set on the video idea in general, though, switching?
Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's hit some other podcasts topics for the rest of the pod.
We should probably name it, too. I mean, what was the...
Okay.
Let's see what the original idea was going to be called. It was like... Oh, yeah, I didn't have a name for it. I just said airsoft accuracy, loser gets shot in the back. Multiple different challenges. Mm-hmm. Is there a way that we can incorporate that? Maybe I can put it in the thumbnail, like one of us getting shot in the back, or maybe it could be like accuracy challenge, loser gets shot in the back.
I like accuracy challenge, like comma, loser gets shot in the back.
Yeah, something like that.
I like that.
All right, bet.
And then in the video we can explain, hey, we're gonna switch 5 or 10, and then if we do 5, we could do like best, I guess 2 to 3. And then winner of the 5 wins and then loser gets to shoot the other person with an arrow.
No.
With an airsoft or something.
Hold on, with a Nerf gun. No. Airsoft is a good in between. Nerf guns too. Well, I don't know actually. There's some heavy Nerf guns now, bro.
True.
Genuinely they hurt you. They make kids cry, and that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking for.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean normally like during Christmas my whole family will get like a big 300 pack of the Nerf ones, but there's always that one guy that gets like the yellow Nerf balls, and those things hurt.
Oh, yeah.
That and the big red Nerf, the big red Nerf bullets. Like, what do they call it? The mega gun? Yeah.
You guys can see some Nerf guns in there. We got Nerf guns right there from one of our previous videos.
Yeah, he's got the Fortnite shotgun and the Fortnite, what's that called? The dual, no, something pistol. Hand cannon. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's crazy. Man, I was a hand cannon demon, dude.
I remember that.
That was my stuff. That and the dual pistols.
Dude.
And the sawed off, the dual action.
With
2 shots.
Dualies, I think.
The one that did like no damage unless you were right next to him.
Dude, that's like getting shot in the back. You'd say is a pretty bad feeling, right?
I don't know. I've never lost a challenge like this.
I'd say it's a pretty bad feeling.
Probably.
What do you think? Let's switch it around. What do you think are some good feelings? Name your top 3 best feelings, bro. Top 3 best feelings, bro. I'm thinking like walking into a house in an air-conditioned house after it's like 100 degrees outside type stuff. You know what I mean?
All right. Does it have to be in order?
No.
Okay. The first one that immediately comes to mind is like that very, very first breath of fresh air in the morning, right? Like fresh air, like going outside and walking outside. The second thing that came to mind is like after you're done swimming, the sandwich and like a little piece of like a little Coke right here.
Okay.
Like a sandwich and a Coke after swimming is probably number 2. For sure. And then probably number 3 is like sex or something, you know what I mean? That's like a sandwich and then sex. but that's gotta be my top 3 probably.
Really?
Yeah. Not in that order. I don't know how I would order those.
Yeah. I would say so the air conditioning one is probably top feeling for me.
That's a good one. It's a good one for sure.
Another one this is a kind of a niche one for me, but when I set the timer for work and then I'm like working and then I'm like, I probably have like 2 hours left. And as I'm thinking that, the timer goes off for me to be finished, bro. One of the greatest feelings ever.
That's awesome, actually.
And then like going after a long drive, like getting to your location, you know, like after like a 12-hour drive, actually getting there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Peeing after the long drive and your eyes start tearing up a little bit. Do you tear up when you?
No.
Really?
No,
You've never done that?
You do?
Like, you've never had whenever I do a long drive and I really have to go, if I go to the bathroom, I literally I tear up. I tear up. No joke. Like, no, it's I'm not emotional, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'm happy, but I think it's like a psychological kind of, or physiological, that's the word I'm looking for. It's not my fault. My body is crying. My body is.
That's it. That's interesting.
I don't know. I don't know why I started talking about that, but yeah.
Finishing a long project.
finishing a long
after like a
project.
long day. You know what I mean? Like getting something done that you didn't think you were gonna get done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I need to fix my dopamine system and get back to that.
Yeah, getting like thinking you weren't gonna work for a day and then actually working and then getting it done. Top that might be top one. Like I had a friend and now they're not my friend anymore. No. I have a friend and I was telling them, they were like, hey, I'm not, I didn't go to the gym today. I'm like, why? And they're like, I just talked myself out of it. And I'm like, you talked yourself out of it. It's 11 a.m. You got the whole day. And then I started like working them. The good thing about having like so many frames is that like you can just use them on other people and it usually works.
Yeah.
And so I kind of was working with them and eventually they did it. And then afterwards they're like, bro, I didn't think I was going to get this done today. This is like the best feeling in the world. And I'm
Nice.
like, I totally know what you mean. Like when you're like, you just talked yourself out of working and you're like, what am I doing? And then you get to work, you know what I mean? And then you finish what you said you were going to do. Bro, the feeling is crazy.
Yeah,
like
true story.
It's almost like it's almost a good enough motivator to work just for the feeling you get when you're done. Like seriously.
Yeah.
It really helps me personally.
Yeah, the what's the word I'm looking for? I try to warn people nowadays to be careful of their dopamine and how they, not how they spend their dopamine, but like how they're like what they're doing during the day, because when they're doing too many dopamine, like what's the term I'm looking for? Like dopaminergic
Like
activities,
dopaminergic
right?
activities, yeah,
like
yeah.
So the activities aren't themselves, they don't have dopamine, but your mind kind of makes dopamine for it. But doing too many of those will dilute your feeling of accomplishment after doing those types of activities. Like going to the gym, like the scenario you were talking about. If they watched TikTok for 4 hours at the start of the day and then smoked and then had sex, it'd be a lot harder, and they wouldn't feel as accomplished.
It's true. It's true. So the way that I think about that is like so when you do like high dopaminergic versus low dopaminergic activities, dopaminergic activities, when you do, and we'll just call them, for the sake of simplicity, we'll call them good and bad activities. A good activity is a very low dopaminergic activity, and a bad activity is a very high dopaminergic activity. We'll just say for the sake of simplicity. It's not always like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call that accurate, but for simplicity.
I personally would, and I think it's a good frame to maintain that, but differs. So a bad activity would be like and I guess maybe it's not fair to call them those activities.
I think it's too broad to be able to call it good or bad.
Why?
Well, watching an episode of TV is a dopaminergic activity, but I wouldn't call that a bad activity. I think watching too much TV can be bad. But I wouldn't call watching
We'll just
TV
call them low and
activity.
high. We'll just call them low and high. So a low is low and high is high. So if you do a high activity, you're front loading your pleasure, but you're actually stealing. We'll call it happiness. It's not happiness, but you're front loading your happiness, but you're actually stealing happiness from later in the day.
Yeah.
When you are doing a low activity, you're backfilling happiness, and so you get that after you're done, but you also get net more happiness. It's just you don't feel it immediately. You don't feel it. It isn't like this. It's more of a constant. You know what I mean? And that's how I would define joy. Is like it's more of a flatline baseline rather than a peak. You know what I mean? And so it's like you're going for like a high instead of that constant feeling. And when you feel the high so often, it, like you were saying, it dilutes the constant feeling and it makes it not feel good anymore.
And not just that, but it also lowers your actual baseline for dopamine, like your dopaminergic baseline.
Like you need more to make you feel the same way.
No, not even. So, like, let's just say this is kind of how much not how much dopamine your mind's making, because dopamine is like, your mind makes dopamine, but that's not kind of what you're thinking of. It's more of the actual like absorption of the dopamine. So like when people say dopamine, they really talk about like dopamine receptors, accepting it. But you kind of have like a baseline for how much these receptors are recepting, right? Doing those high dopamine things, after it drops back down, it's not, I mean, it's true that like other dopamine things aren't going to hit as hard, but it literally, like this is the line that it's at, it goes up and then it goes down lower than the baseline was originally at.
That's what I'm saying, like you get net more happiness by not doing that.
Right, so
or doing it later in the day.
Exactly, and not just that, it also makes it harder to get up to that peak that you were originally at. But the good thing is it's also on the opposite side, so taking a ice cold bath, right, will kind of push it on the opposite side and raise your baseline after So doing these hard things that are low dopamine can actually raise your baseline and make it more sensitive to dopamine. So do the hardest things.
Do hard things
at the very first 4 hours of your day.
Yeah.
That's from what I've learned scientifically.
And if you're at the end of the day, just do them still, because
if you got to do them, you got to do them.
Do
but
hard things.
Be productive in the first 4 hours of the day, and your dopamine should be set up good.
Yeah. Or if you're at the end of the day procrastinating, watching some random two people on podcasts.
Yeah.
Do it anyways. Get off this podcast.
Yeah.
You're being dumb.
Yeah. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
You got any more topics?
Yeah. I'll hit one more.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Oh, okay. Another best feeling. Another one. This was another topic, but it goes into the other one. Bro, another best feeling. This is like something you experienced like as a kid. Mom shouting upstairs or downstairs if you're poor. No, I'm just kidding. Dinner's ready, bro. Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
Such a good feeling.
I got one last one before we go. You ready? Have you ever had imagine like a phone charger that's broken, right? You plug it in, it doesn't work. Like you unplug it, you twist it a little bit, and you keep twisting, and then one time up to like 8 tries, you plug it in and it works.
I got another one. You drop your phone and you catch it with your other hand.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Spider-Man.
Or just dropping it and it's face down and you don't know what's gonna happen, so you pick it up and it's not cracked. Best feeling.
One time I dropped my phone from like my second floor down to the first floor, straight on the thing.
Oops.
It was an iPhone 5S, bro.
Did it crack?
It didn't even crack. And then I did it again like 3 days later and it cracked. But that first time, bro, I was like,
how do you drop it from a whole story twice?
Well, because I did the same thing twice. I was using it like off the edge, and then it just fell out of my hands.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah. You got any more best feelings?
Nope, that's it.
All right, sounds good. We'll wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast.
Appreciate.
Yeah. This is episode 27. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. Turn the bells on too, because we'll be posting every Thursday. You got anything else you want to say?
Stay safe, stay healthy.
That's right. Stay safe, stay healthy.
See y'all next one. Peace.
Bye.
It was a good one.
I like that. I like that one.